Rules for drawing ray diagrams by concave lens. So here we have principal axis, focus, optical center, second focus, and this is concave lens. So concave lens is the diverging lens. So what is the first rule? This is the incident ray parallel to the principal axis and it get diverged. But in the divergence, it appears to be coming from focus. So what is the first rule? If the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, so this is the incident ray parallel to the principal axis, it get diverged, refracted ray get diverged, but it appears to be coming from the focus. This is the first rule. Now second rule for concave and convex lens, both it is same, that if the incident ray passes through the optical center, then after refraction it traces the same path. So it is the incident ray and refracted ray traces by the same path. There is no change in the direction. And third rule. Now in the third rule, see, incident ray is going towards the focus. Black color ray, that is the incident ray, and it is going towards the focus. So how it is get refracting? It get refracted parallel to the principal axis. So what is the third rule? If the incident ray is going towards the focus of the concave lens, this is the incident ray and it is going towards the focus. Actually it is not actually going in the focus. It appears to be going towards the focus. So it get diverged parallel to the principal axis. So third rule, if the incident ray is going towards the focus of the concave lens, then after refraction, the refracted ray would parallel to the principal axis. So these are the three rules. Now we will see the only two ray diagrams for the concave lens. Now we have to draw ray diagrams by concave lens. So we have only two ray diagrams by concave lens. First one, object is at infinity, and second, object between infinity and optical center anywhere. So for drawing the ray diagrams by the lens, we have studied in convex lens that we have taken this line segment of 12 centimeter. In case of convex lens, now here in case of the concave lens also, we have to take this line segment of 12 centimeter and marking is 0, 3, 6, 9 and 12. Now in first case we have to keep the object at infinity. So object is at infinity. When object is at infinity, rays are always parallel. So these two are the rays parallel to the principal axis. And this is concave lens. Concave lens is a diverging lens. So refracted ray would get diverged. This is incident ray. This is refracted ray. This is incident ray. This is refracted ray. As we studied the rule, if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis of concave lens, it get diverged after the refraction, but it appears to be coming from the focus. So this is incident ray, this is a refracted ray, but this refracted ray appears to be coming from the focus. Similarly, incident ray, refracted ray appears to be coming from the focus. So this should be straight line. So these rays are not going to intersect actually. If we imaginarily increase them, then they will intersect here. So the rays are refracted, rays are not going to intersect. So if we want to explain the image, position, what is the position? Focus. What is the size? Highly diminished or point size. And what is the nature? Nature is virtual and erect, because this image is not formed by the intersection of the actual refracted rays. So this image is virtual image, means this image cannot be taken on the screen. Now second, in case of second, where do we keep the object? Between infinity and optical center. So we can keep the object anywhere between infinity and optical center. We can keep it here, we can keep it on twice f1, between twice f1 and f1, or at the f1, anywhere we can keep the object. So what is the position of the object between infinity and optical center? Anywhere. Now again same measurement is done. Principal axis twice f1, f1, O, f2 and twice f2 are drawn. And again we have to pass the first ray. So this is the object. You can keep it here, here, anywhere. This is the object. First ray is parallel to principal axis and it get refracted. So this is incident ray and it get refracted. Okay. But in the refraction it appears to be coming from the focus. So this is the incident ray, that is the refracted ray, and it appears to be coming from the focus. And for the second rule, second ray, it passes through the optical center. So this is the incident ray, and as this is passing through the optical center, refracted ray traces the same path. So this is incident ray, refracted ray, and this is second ray. Both ray intersect here, so we get the image here. So what is the explanation of image? Position. What is the position between focus and optical center? What is the size? Smaller than object. And what is the nature? Virtual and erect. Now we will study the some formulae related to the lens and mirror, but we are not going to solve the numericals now. Numericals we will solve afterward. Now see, formulae for mirror formula and lens formula. Formula are same. What is the mirror formula? 1 upon V plus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. Here for lens only sign is changed. 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. And M. M means, see, first of all, what is V? V means image distance. U means object distance. F means focal length. H2 means height of image. And H1 means height of object. And we know focal length. If we take the convex lens or convex mirror, for both convex, focal length is positive, and for both concave, whether it is concave lens or concave mirror, focal length is negative. So mirror formula 1 upon V plus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. Lens formula 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. Magnification. What is magnification? What is the, how we can connect the image to the object, whether it is greater than object, smaller than object, or same size of the object, that is nothing but the magnification. And magnification is studied by two ways, by the distances or by the height. So magnification for the mirror is minus V upon U, minus image distance to the object distance. And magnification is also studied by taking the height of the object and image, that is H2 upon H1. So here for magnification of mirror formula is minus V upon U, and for the lens magnification is plus V upon U, and by height wise it is same, magnification is H2 upon H1. So this is most important part to solve the numericals, and while solving the numericals we have to keep the sign convention properly. So for solving all the numericals we always keep the object to the left side. So object distance is always taken as a negative, and height of the object is also positive. We keep the object in front of the mirror or the lens, so height of object is always positive, but object distance is always negative. And most important is focal length. Focal length sign should be taken properly. For convex it is positive, and for concave it is negative. Now last topic from this lesson, we have kept the numerical, that we will take afterward. So last topic from the theory part, that is the power of lens. So what is the power of lens? The ability of lens to converge or to diverge a light ray. When light ray enter into the lens, refraction takes place. Means original direction of the light rays changes. It may get converge or it may get diverge. So this ability of lens to converge or to diverge a light ray, this is called as the power of lens. And it is actually reciprocal of the focal length. So if we want to calculate the power of lens, we should know the focal length. So what is the formula? P is equal to 1 upon F, or we can say F is equal to 1 by P. And unit of power of lens. Unit of power of lens is a diopter. Here we have diopter. Diopter is the unit of power of lens. But if the power of lens is in the diopter, we have to take the focal length in meter. Generally in solving numericals, we are given the focal length in centimeter, and we are asked to calculate the power of lens. So if the focal length is given in centimeter and you want to calculate the power of lens, first of all we have to convert the focal length from centimeter to meter, and then we can calculate the power of lens.